Did you know that taking a shower at a certain time of day could put your life at risk after age 70? Last month, Robert Anderson, a healthy, independent 75-year-old from Springfield who never missed his morning walk, was found unconscious on his bathroom floor by his daughter. What happened to this active senior wasn't random bad luck. It was something most of us do every day without realizing the danger. Doctors now identify a specific time window when showering becomes dramatically more dangerous for seniors, information that could have saved Robert's life. What's truly concerning? Millions of older Americans are unknowingly putting themselves at risk right now. The solution is surprisingly simple, but timing is everything. Before I share this vital information that could protect you or someone you love, I'd love to know which city you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button for more life-saving tips. Now, let's discover exactly when your shower routine becomes dangerous, and more importantly, what you can do about it today. The dangerous morning hours, when your body is most vulnerable. Let me be straight with you about something that could save your life or the life of someone you love. That early morning shower, the one between 4 and 8 a.m. that many of us have taken for decades, is now being identified by medical experts as the most dangerous time for seniors to bathe. And this isn't just my opinion. This comes directly from cardiologists who specialize in senior health. Here's what's happening inside your body during those early morning hours. There's a phenomenon doctors call morning surge, a natural but potentially dangerous spike in blood pressure that happens as your body transitions from sleep to wakefulness. For folks over 70, this surge is particularly pronounced. Your blood pressure, which naturally dips while you sleep, suddenly rises by as much as 20 to 25 points when you first wake up. Add a hot shower to this equation, and you've created what Harvard Medical School researchers call a perfect storm of cardiovascular stress. I remember meeting Martha Jennings, a vibrant 72-year-old from Phoenix, at a health seminar last year. Like clockwork, she'd shower at 5:30 every morning before heading to her community garden. "I've done it for 40 years, she told me with a smile. But that smile faded when she described the sudden dizziness that overcame her one morning, causing a fall that left her with a fractured wrist. Her doctor later explained how that early morning shower had created a dangerous drop in blood flow to her brain. "If I had known," Martha said, gently touching her healing wrist, "I would have simply moved my shower to mid-morning. Such a small change could have prevented so much pain." And that's the good news in all this. The solution is remarkably simple. Moving your shower time to between 10 a.m. and noon can dramatically reduce your risk. By then, your body's systems have stabilized, your blood pressure has regulated, and you're physically better equipped to handle the temperature changes a shower brings. I'm curious, what time do you usually shower? Have you ever felt lightheaded or unsteady during your morning routine? The answer might be more significant than you realize. Why temperature matters more. As you age, remember how resilient your body felt in your younger years. How you could jump from a hot shower into cool air without a second thought. As we journey past 65, our bodies change in ways we don't always notice until something happens that forces us to pay attention. One of the most significant changes affects how we regulate body temperature. The American Journal of Geriatric Medicine recently published a fascinating study showing that after age 70, our ability to adjust to temperature changes decreases by up to 40%. Our internal thermostat simply doesn't respond as quickly or efficiently as it once did. What's more concerning is that many seniors have no idea this change has occurred. Take my friend James Murray, a retired high school principal from Denver. At 78, he still enjoyed scalding hot showers every morning at 6 a.m., just as he had for decades. "It wakes me up," he'd say with a proud grin. That routine continued until one chilly November morning when his wife found him slumped against the shower wall, his skin alarmingly red, his pulse racing dangerously. James's cardiologist explained what had happened. The sudden temperature shock from the hot water had triggered a cardiac arrhythmia. The hot water had caused his blood vessels to dilate rapidly, dropping his blood pressure faster than his aging cardiovascular system could compensate for. When combined with the natural morning vulnerability we just discussed, it created a dangerous cardiac event that nearly cost him his life. "I had no idea my morning shower could be dangerous," James told me later. No one ever mentions this when they talk about aging. The solution here is wonderfully simple. First, lower your water temperature to lukewarm, between 95 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This might feel less satisfying initially, but your body will adjust, and the safety benefits are immeasurable. Second, consider installing an anti-scald device on your shower. These affordable devices, ranging from $20 for a simple thermostatic valve to about $100 for whole bathroom systems, prevent water temperature from exceeding a preset limit. For those living on fixed incomes, many local area agencies on aging offer home modification programs that can help with installation at reduced cost or even free for qualifying seniors. I wonder, have you noticed changes in how your body responds to temperature as you've gotten older? Does a hot shower affect you differently now than it did a decade ago? Is your medicine schedule creating a hidden danger? Let's talk about something rarely discussed but critically important: how your medications might be interacting with your shower routine in potentially dangerous ways. This is especially true if you're among the millions of Americans taking blood pressure medications. Many of us have been taught to take our medications first thing in the morning. It seems logical. Start your day with your pills, then go about your routine. But for seniors taking blood pressure medications, this common practice can create what cardiologists at the Mayo Clinic call a double drop effect when combined with an early morning shower. Here's what happens. Most blood pressure medications reach peak effectiveness within 1 to 2 hours after taking them. If that peak coincides with your shower time, when your blood vessels are already dilating from the warm water, the combined effect can cause a sudden, dramatic drop in blood pressure. This can reduce blood flow to your brain enough to cause dizziness, fainting, or worse. I'll never forget the story Elizabeth Henderson shared with me. At 76, this retired librarian from Chicago had a strict morning routine: blood pressure medication at 6 a.m., followed by a shower at 7 a.m. "I started noticing that I felt wobbly in the shower," she told me, "but I just held onto the wall and pushed through it." Elizabeth assumed this dizziness was just part of getting older, until one morning when she lost consciousness completely and was found by her neighbor, who fortunately had a key to check on her. Her doctor explained that the timing of her medication and shower had created a perfect storm. The solution was remarkably simple. She now takes her shower before her medication, or waits until late morning when the medication's peak effect has stabilized. If you're taking blood pressure medications, consider having a conversation with your doctor about the timing of your medication in relation to your daily shower. Never adjust medication schedules without medical guidance, but do bring up this concern specifically. Many physicians aren't aware of their patients' shower habits and may not think to address this timing issue. For those who live alone, consider using a medication timing app with reminders and perhaps establish a check-in system with a friend or family member. A simple text or call after your shower routine can provide peace of mind for everyone. What's your current routine? Do you take medications before showering? This simple question could lead to an important conversation with your healthcare provider that might prevent a serious accident. What you can't see can hurt you. Have you ever noticed how different your bathroom looks in the pre-dawn hours? How shadows seem deeper, edges less defined? This isn't just about mood lighting. It's about safety, particularly for those of us who've celebrated more than a few birthdays. Here's something that surprised me when I first learned it. According to the National Institute on Aging, our visual acuity in low light conditions decreases by an astonishing 60% after age 70. 60%. That means what was perfectly visible to you at 50 might be nearly invisible now in the same lighting conditions. This change happens so gradually that most of us don't even realize it's occurring. The bathroom, already the most dangerous room in the house with its hard surfaces and slippery floors, becomes significantly more treacherous during those early morning hours when our vision is compromised. Add to this the steam from a shower fogging up the space, and you've got a situation where even the most careful person could miss seeing potential hazards. Thomas Reynolds, a 79-year-old retired engineer from Michigan, learned this lesson the hard way. Always meticulous and careful, Thomas prided himself on maintaining his independence. "I was always the one helping others," he told me with a hint of irony in his voice. One morning at 5:30 a.m., he stepped out of his shower onto what looked like a dry floor. What he couldn't see in the dim light was a small puddle from a minor leak. The resulting fall fractured his hip, requiring surgery and months of rehabilitation. "If I had just waited until there was more daylight," Thomas reflected during his recovery, "I would have seen that water plain as day. Now I tell all my friends, don't trust your eyes in the early morning." The solutions here are refreshingly straightforward. First, install motion-activated nightlights throughout your bathroom and the hallway leading to it. These inexpensive devices, usually under $15 for a pack of 2, automatically provide gentle illumination whenever you enter the space without requiring you to fumble for switches. Second, use non-slip mats with bright, contrasting colors that are visible even in dim lighting. A dark blue mat on a white floor, for instance, remains visible even when your visual perception is compromised. For those managing on limited budgets, even a simple battery-operated tap light placed strategically in the bathroom can make a tremendous difference in safety. I'm curious, have you ever misjudged something in your bathroom during the early morning hours? Perhaps a step that was closer or farther than it appeared. Your experience might help others recognize similar situations in their own homes. The hidden danger of morning dehydration. Something happens to all of us while we sleep. Something so common we rarely give it a second thought. Yet it significantly impacts shower safety for seniors. Every night, your body gradually becomes dehydrated. 8 hours without water, combined with the moisture lost through breathing and perspiration, means you wake up in a mildly dehydrated state. For younger adults, this natural overnight dehydration is barely noticeable. But after 65, this seemingly minor issue can create serious risks during your morning shower routine. Geriatric specialists at Johns Hopkins University have found that even mild dehydration significantly increases the risk of orthostatic hypotension, a fancy medical term for a dangerous drop in blood pressure when you stand up. Here's what happens. When you're dehydrated, your blood volume is slightly reduced. When you then stand in a warm shower, blood naturally pools in your lower extremities. With less blood circulating back to your heart and brain, your blood pressure drops suddenly. The result? Dizziness, lightheadedness, and an increased risk of falling, all amplified during those early morning hours when you're most dehydrated. I remember meeting Howard Sullivan, a 74-year-old former high school coach, at a senior wellness workshop. Howard shared that for months, he'd been experiencing mysterious morning dizziness during his 6 a.m. showers. "Some days I'd have to grab the shower bar to steady myself," he explained, "but by evening, I felt fine." His doctor finally connected the dots. Howard's morning dizziness wasn't age-related at all. but simply dehydration combined with hot water exposure. The solution? Remarkably simple. Howard began keeping a glass of water on his nightstand and drinking it 15 minutes before getting into the shower. That small change made all the difference, he told the group. No more dizziness, just like that. His doctor explained that this short waiting period allows the water to enter his bloodstream, increasing blood volume before the demanding activity of showering. For those who find plain water unappetizing first thing in the morning, adding a slice of lemon or a splash of juice can make this new habit more enjoyable. The key is consistency, making hydration an automatic part of your pre-shower routine, just like brushing your teeth. Some seniors I've worked with have found success by setting a simple reminder, a colorful water glass placed on the bathroom counter the night before, or even a small note on the bathroom mirror saying, "Drink water first." Tell me, have you ever felt lightheaded during a morning shower? Did you connect it to possible dehydration? This simple awareness could prevent a dangerous fall tomorrow morning, when minutes matter. The response time factor. There's an aspect of shower safety that few people consider until it's too late. What happens if you do fall during an early morning shower? How long would it take for someone to find you? This timing factor can literally mean the difference between a minor incident and a life-threatening emergency. Emergency medicine specialists have identified what they call the golden hour, the critical 60 minutes following a fall or medical emergency when receiving help can dramatically improve outcomes. But here's the troubling reality. Response times to senior falls are significantly delayed during early morning hours, when household members are typically asleep and check-ins from family or neighbors are less frequent. Dr. Emily Rodriguez, an emergency physician specializing in geriatric trauma, explains this critical timing issue. When seniors fall between 4 and 8 a.m., they're 40% less likely to be discovered within that golden hour compared to falls happening later in the day. The combination of wet skin causing rapid body temperature drop, potential injuries, and inability to reach help creates a particularly dangerous scenario. I think about Eleanor Brooks, a fiercely independent 77-year-old widow from Oregon. Living alone after losing her husband of 50 years, Eleanor maintained her 5 a.m. shower routine. "I've always been an early riser," she'd proudly tell anyone who asked. One winter morning, she slipped and fell, unable to reach her phone. With her son's daily check-in call not scheduled until 9 a.m., Eleanor lay on the cold bathroom floor for nearly 4 hours before help arrived. During her recovery, Eleanor's doctor explained that had she fallen during mid-morning hours, when neighbors were active and her son was awake, her hypothermia would have been less severe and her recovery likely faster. Eleanor now takes her shower at 10 a.m. and has established a simple check-in system with her neighbor. Even for seniors living alone, there are effective solutions. Waterproof emergency call buttons, ranging from basic $30 models to sophisticated systems with monthly monitoring, can be installed in shower areas. These allow you to summon help immediately if needed. For those on limited budgets, establishing a regular check-in schedule with neighbors, friends, or family members provides a safety net. This could be as simple as agreeing to text a neighbor before and after showering, or using one of the many free smartphone apps designed for senior check-ins. Some seniors have found creative, no-cost solutions, like Carol from Nebraska, who arranged with her neighbor, "If my bathroom blind is open by 8 a.m., all is well. If not, she knows to check on me." I'm curious, what system do you currently have in place if you fell in the shower? Who would know, and how long might it take for help to arrive? Having this conversation now could prevent a crisis later, when your brain isn't fully awake. Yet, have you ever noticed how your thinking just seems sharper at certain times of day? How decisions that feel difficult at 6 a.m. become clearer by 10 a.m. This isn't your imagination. It's your brain's natural rhythm, and understanding it could save your life in the bathroom. Fascinating research from Stanford University has revealed that cognitive function in adults over 65 is at its lowest between 4 and 8 a.m. During these early morning hours, your reaction time is slower by up to 30%. Your decision-making is impaired, and your ability to perceive and respond to danger is significantly reduced compared to later in the day. Think about what this means in practical terms. When you're adjusting water temperature, judging distances, or reacting to a slippery surface, those cognitive delays can have serious consequences. What would be a quick save at noon might become a dangerous fall at 5 a.m., not because your physical abilities have changed, but because your brain simply isn't processing information as quickly. William Harrison, a sharp 81-year-old retired professor, experienced this firsthand. "Throughout my career, I prided myself on my mental acuity," he told me during a senior wellness workshop. "So when my doctor suggested my early morning shower routine might be putting me at risk because of reduced cognitive function, I was initially skeptical." One morning, William failed to notice his shower water had gradually become scalding hot, something he would have immediately detected later in the day. The resulting burns required medical attention and left him with a newfound respect for his brain's natural rhythms. "I would have immediately adjusted the temperature at noon," William explained. "But at 6 a.m., my brain just wasn't fully online yet." The solution is elegantly simple. Schedule your shower for the time of day when your cognitive function is at its peak, typically between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. for most seniors. During these hours, your brain is more alert, your reaction time is quicker, and your ability to perceive and respond to potential dangers is significantly enhanced. For additional safety, consider using a shower timer with an alarm to limit exposure time. These simple devices, available for under $15, provide a gentle reminder if your shower extends beyond a predetermined time, helping to prevent the fatigue that can increase fall risk. I'd like you to try a simple experiment tomorrow. Notice how differently your mind works at 7 a.m. versus 11 a.m. Are complex decisions easier later in the morning? Does your thinking feel clearer? This awareness of your own cognitive rhythms might be the insight that keeps you safer in the bathroom and beyond. When was the last time you noticed your thinking wasn't quite as sharp in the early morning? Understanding this natural pattern could be the key to making safer choices about your daily routine. We've uncovered why that early morning shower, something so simple and routine, can become dangerous after 70. From your body's natural blood pressure fluctuations and temperature regulation challenges to medication timing, vision limitations, dehydration risks, emergency response concerns, and even cognitive function, the science is clear about the risks of showering between 4 and 8 a.m. But I hope you're feeling empowered, not fearful. The solution is remarkably simple. Shift your shower time to between 10 a.m. and noon, when your body is naturally more stable. This small change, along with the other practical steps we've discussed, can dramatically improve your safety while maintaining your independence. Your well-being matters. If this information resonated with you, please hit the like button and share it with someone you care about. It could truly save a life. What time do you typically shower? And will you consider adjusting your routine? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more wellness wisdom that helps you continue living life on your terms.